Friends, you know those feelings you may have about people that may be false, but you have them anyway because you can't control how you feel about things, how you feel about people. Feelings like you feel like you're making people's wishes come true, but nobody is considering your wishes. Feeling like you're putting people so much ahead of yourself, but nobody does the same to you. I have those feelings sometimes. And as a result of that, lately, I've been praying a lot. I've had very, very, very intensive prayer sessions that go deep into the night. And this morning, I was so surprised. I have woken up to a message from a pastor I last spoke to in 2016. I went to visit the new CEO of Nia Girls Boarding Primary, my friend Millicent, and then I met this pastor there, and he welcomed me to his house, introduced me to his wife, and started telling me how he remembers me from Sunday school and stuff. And that was the last time anyway, the last time ever that I talked to him. Although I gave him of course my number, but we never talked from that time. So today, this very morning, after doing the things I do in the morning, I come, take my phone, look at my phone, and I find a message from my pastor written. Let me just read it for you. How are you today, Terry? Matthew chapter 11 verse 29 says, "Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls." So I was so surprised, and then I just replied, "Good morning, Jatit Nyasai. How did you remember me this morning? Wow, I hope all is well." So, I was asking myself, how, what, how now? This is a guy who is not on Facebook, people you respect and you don't even expect to be actually on Facebook, where I'm always making noise. So I just said, God loves me. God loves me, and God is just proving it. And therefore, with this opportunity, if at all somebody knows Pastor Naftali Siwa, tell him, if he ever in his life doubted that he is a servant of God, then I'm confirming this to him that he is. Because how can somebody just wake up in the morning, somebody's daughter that you don't even communicate to, you are a busy person, somebody that even forgot about you, just writes you such a message. So you people, when I tell you that I have a purpose, when I'm here in this white kitchen, Jamile Jikoncha, I am a child of God, and I think and I believe that I'm sent here because God knows I am the one who has the courage and the powers to do what I do.
Lubelanga siplio lingakanga pasia bolingo balimbisa karama bakasina motema eti kalaka elembo.
Thank you so much for taking your time. My camera is a bit dark today. Maybe it's because of the weather. We are in a cold season now. We woke up to minus 0.6 degrees Celsius. It is crazy. But you know what? When you wake up in the morning and the first thing you see is a message from a pastor that was not even a pastor in your own church. I got to know my pastor Siwa as a result of the friendship I had with our former bishop, his lordship, the retired bishop, Joseph Otieno Wasonga. I used to play with his kids a lot. And that way I met a lot of pastors and bishops from other dioceses. And this is how I got to know Pastor Siwa. And I'm blessed this morning to have realized again and again and to have gotten the confirmation that I am a child of God, and my reason for being here every day and for shining is because I'm God sent and that I'm doing right.
Number one Kenya mzima, East Africa, mambo ni hapa, kila kitu ni tamu zaidi.
If you're new here, my topics are always based on the voices of the fearful. Even though God has not given us the spirit of fear, but there are some of us in the society, some of us in this world who just don't have the courage, who just fear, who just don't like disappointing people they love and love them, okay? Even though they feel disappointed already by such people. So they write, most of the people write to me on Instagram through DM and send me screenshots to prove what they are saying, because I also just don't take stories. And also some people write to me on Facebook, and those who have my WhatsApp numbers, they do. Some people send me emails, some people connect to me through YouTube. And they know themselves, and there are a lot. It's like a half, no, not a half, let me not exaggerate, like a quarter of the people who follow me. So when I read their cries, I don't use every cry for my show. I try to go back deep inside of me, or wait a bit, to see if this same thing has happened to me or has happened to somebody that I know. I want to relate to what I say. That is the thing. How to summarize this? I always try to relate to what I do, what I share. It's not always about me. I may be speaking about other people, but because I don't want people to get into problems, I don't want people to deal with court cases, I don't want people to break up with their families and friends, I put myself in that situation and then I use me. So that is why I hate when people write on my wall, oh, take heart, I don't know what, things that I know, man. I have been doing this thing for some years now, and I am also not that young. I am experiencing something. So there are some words that even me have heard in songs like that you don't have to tell me, because if it's somebody who plays gospel, it is me. So those are things I know. So when you're commenting on the wall, on the page, under all posts, please think twice and thrice and ask yourself, this thing I want to write here. First of all, is there a comment under this post that already has written that? Secondly, do I really think she doesn't know this? Okay? So you don't always have to comment. If you don't have something to say, just chill. Just take the pill, read what you read, go laugh or think about it yourself, but you don't have to type, okay? Because here on the internet, if you come to the internet, especially if you're public like me, you have to be able to deal with the consequences. And so I am not looking for any sympathy on the internet. Not at all. My mission is just to voice our suffering, to show the world, and especially our people back at home, that we are just as human as you people who are at home. To also tell those youth that are yet to come over here, that dream of wanting the lives they see on TV, that think that, I got my life running, falling from heaven. That is not like that. That is all I try to do here, okay? So today, guys, I want to talk about friendships and status, the pressures that come with friendships and how I deal with them. I know a lot of friends of mine who wonder why I distance myself from them, innocent souls who wonder why Terry has my number and never calls me. Terry never even chats with me like I expect. So I am here to apologize, because these are innocent souls that maybe suffer in silence because of me, and most of you feel the same. I am apologizing for my friends who have felt the way I've already said before. And we know, friends, we have different burdens, okay? And we also have different tastes. We also have other different friends. When I'm your friend, you also have your friends that are not my friends. So we cannot always match 100%, but that doesn't mean that we don't like one another, and that also doesn't mean that we should not connect with one another. Friendships of wanting to impress are not for me. And I feel like I'm doing the job of impressing you, yet I'm getting no response from you in that way too, then I take a step aside. But if I also realize that we are not on the same level, but there are some things that we share in common, then I keep those things we share in common and time for them, and then I spend most of my time with the people who share most of the things in common with me. It doesn't mean I'm your enemy. It doesn't mean you should run away from me. It doesn't mean you should go and hate. Also, that applies to me too. But if you are sober, you realize that even if I look at myself the way I look, that girl is nice and what, but we're not on the same level. Talking of the same levels, let me start, for example, with fashion. We have friends that love designer clothes. They love naturally designer clothes. And then we have people who don't like designer clothes. They prefer no other normal clothes. So when you get a friend who maybe connected with you on Facebook or whatever, and she's into design. So even when you have like free time, you want to go like, where do you meet with your friends? You know, when you make a date with a girl, for example, let me talk about girls now here. Then you say, okay, let's go out and shop a bit. So she's expecting you to, because she may have befriended you, assuming that you can also afford her style. So she takes you where? To designer shops. These designer shops, you have never seen the inside of designer shops, even the street that leads to designer shops. How do you start? So you know, this brings embarrassment. This brings, I'll say, madarau kiplani in Kiswahili. I don't know how to say that in English. Like, this will bring a problem between you. That already is a problem, because she will feel guilty, like she has brought you to somewhere that you're not comfortable with. She may feel you're mean or selfish. She may feel like you're not open, you don't like life, you know. Leaving that aside, we also have friends who really love, who would have even, like me, I would also love some design. I would love to even have a Louis Vuitton bag, but I can't afford it because I have burden. There's no meaning that I'll have any extra cash, even save money enough to buy a Louis Vuitton bag, or let a man buy for me a Louis Vuitton bag, yet I need that money for people who really need that money. So then you reach a point, you have this guy, this friend of yours, who is lovely, really lovely, but she has no burden. Sorry to say, but such friends, mostly in such cases, they are always people who maybe they have lost both parents already, and they are one child. You know, you are one child and you don't have parents, so you don't have pressure. Or you have sisters and brothers, but they're either older than you and they've already made their life, they are stable. You are on the same level, so you don't have pressure. Because the pressure always comes from home when one is earning better and the rest are not. Then there comes a problem. Or one is married to a white and the rest are not married to whites. And people assume in Africa that whites are all rich. That becomes a problem. Or one is living abroad and the others are all living at home. It becomes a problem. So as long as you're not on the same level with your people back at home, you get the pressure. It is like that. So now you find this friend of yours who has no such pressures. Maybe everybody in her family, or her uncles and aunties and guardians, they are all stable. They're all capable. They can go to Europe and have a tour. They can go to Dubai and have fun. And maybe if she has younger sisters and brothers, she has already elevated them somehow. Or they have elevated themselves. Or they're also with her where she is. So she has no pressures over them. Or they also have boyfriends like her or him, you know. So you are her friend and you have all these pressures. So she may think that you, like me, I live in Germany. So I may have a friend from Germany too. So she'll think, so we all live in Germany, surely. And you actually, in Germany, you have a beautiful kitchen than mine. So if I love designer clothes and I can afford them, then it means automatically that you can also afford them too. Not knowing me, I have pressures. I may have a better kitchen than hers, but it is just because of the house I got. And she, or because of taste, or because of whatever. There are many, or somebody I'm living with has that taste. So then you reach this point now, you meet, and she wants to take you on that level. She wants to take you to those designer things, and you can't. So you also feel like you want it. You really want it. In your heart, you even wishing if she has that so much money, let her also buy for you. But you can't ask her because it will degrade you. Maybe she respects you. So this may become a problem. Then we have these friends who may not afford, but they like pleasing friends a lot. So like you have friends who are from the diaspora, they're coming home, and then you introduce them maybe to your friends, or she introduces you to her friends and tells her friends that, you know what, this girl also lives abroad, maybe the UK, London, Sweden, wherever. And being that this your girl, when she goes home, she goes maybe with 10 suitcases or 4 or 5, and when she's coming back, she comes empty. Her friends are used to her leaving for them what? The things she comes with. They are expecting the same from you too, because they don't know. The picture the first person gives them, or the way they are used to being treated by this friend of theirs, they expect you as a new friend who is also from the same place this one is from to also behave the same. So maybe you have come with those 10 suitcases, but you have people at home who depend on you. People, like you go home sometimes, and even those things that you love yourself, they're even stolen from your bag or from your suitcase, because the people at home also believe that abroad there's everything and you get it for free, or there's too much money, you can just buy them. So your sister will just get into your suitcase and take, if you have a baby, maybe Pampers and those creams for creaming your baby, just take and go, and she doesn't expect you to even ask or even to tell her what nyef, because you have come from abroad. So when you have such a family or such people around you, and these are the friends of this new girl are expecting you to also give them, then there's a problem, because that is it will start like that. They'll be saying, oh, that friend of yours is mean, or your friend will tell you, yeah, I'll party it too, just give them, this is how I do it, Then you might end up giving out your stuff that you actually even need. Then you start regretting, and when you reach over here, back home, you just cut contact with your friend without even telling her what went wrong and why you cut contact with her, or. So these are some pressures, among the many, many pressures that make me personally avoid some friends. So how I deal with such pressures? If I really admire how you dress, really 100 pro, I admire how you dress and I give you love every day and likes every day. But when I'm giving you the like, I feel like I have failed. I feel like I blame God. God, why not me? Why can't I also change clothes like this person? Why can't I wear shoes 3 times a day like this friend of mine? Why can't I also carry that bag? Why can't I also please my followers with new styles every day, even though I love style? Why am I not affording it? So how I deal with it, because it happens to me too. I unfollow you. So when I unfollow you, I'll come to WhatsApp maybe and try to talk to you, or I expect you to just notice and also approach me and ask me, hey, nilikukosea. So when you approach me, and then I'll tell you the purpose. So, but sometimes also, I cannot always be the only person who is loyal and who is so open. So if I don't see response from you reacting, why can't I see you on my page anymore, or why did you block me? Then I also just assume, because I know then that point I realize that you're not really my friend. You don't care about me, because if you're waiting for me to ask you always, and you're not asking me, then no. Then I just let you go. Because once you block somebody, blocking is not always about negativity only. Blocking is not always about if you block somebody, then you hate them, or you are having a problem with them. Blocking sometimes is just to avoid the pressure. So once you block somebody, you will not see her on your timeline, not at all. So you can speak on WhatsApp, because WhatsApp, you cannot see those photos. Maybe they can change a profile picture once in 3 weeks or once in 2 months. That's enough. Then you feel okay. So if you see a friend of yours who has blocked you on Facebook or Instagram, and you have her contacts on WhatsApp, and she has not blocked you on WhatsApp, when you send a message, you get 2 ticks. It means she has no problem with you. There's just something that has made her block you on those other social media platforms. So you just have to sit down and think, compare your followers with her followers, compare her content with your content, and see what's wrong. Okay? Secondly, when you block somebody, you have your peace, because even if they speak ill of you, you will not get it. You will not get the message. You will not meet this thing. So anything that is spoken behind your back, but you've not faced it one-on-one, you cannot destroy your heart. Unless somebody brings you screenshots on your inbox, but then you realize that the person who is bringing you the screenshots is the one who is doing what? Who has a problem with you. Because when I block somebody, I don't need a post office person or some CIA for me to work for me to look for what she's saying or what she's not saying. Because already I feel guilty now for blocking somebody who is innocent, who doesn't know why I'm blocking them. And secondly, on the other side, I also have my peace, because now I'm not seeing those things that are pressuring my soul. So I live in peace. And inner peace is the best thing in the world. It will make you live longer. But if you live to impress, you are surviving, or you're leaving somebody just be on your wall or be around you because you want to impress them, but you're suffering inside. Then they innocently go on with their lives, and feel the way they feel about you, but you'll be suffering here. Who will get sick? It's you. So these are the ways I deal with those pressures. So to avoid all this drama, we just have to choose our friends wisely from day one, But it's always difficult. It's always difficult because when you meet a friend or when somebody tells you they love you, they follow you, and they do what, you can't just rub them off, because for somebody to take their time for you and to extend a hand and to ask for friendship, they really treasure you, really, seriously, they do. But talk, communicate, or just clean up, act like you died. And then with time, they'll get used to it, and the pressure will be over. So it's better to live a better life, an easy life. It's better to have those friends very close to you, the friends that are on your level, the friends that dress like you, that think like you, that eat like you, that understand you. Because in this society, even family sometimes don't understand you. You may be using these words, some words to express yourself, but then they are getting it wrongly. They're twisting everything, and then it hurts. So it makes you then feel really offended, feel really bad, because nobody is understanding you yet. You're trying to share your soul. So it doesn't always land on ears, on every ear positively. In this life, as we grow up, we lose friends and we gain friends. Like me, I realized sometimes back when I really deleted a lot of people on my Facebook page because of imaginary theories that somebody brought up against me or about me on a live. I thought that I was going to lose so many people, but I blocked most of the people that I thought I treasured me. Because me, if you are very active on my page, I notice you. Even if I notice you after the fourth time that you have contributed on my page, I will still notice you. And you'll always see me giving you some loves, because we are online family. You are not my physical friend, but online, there's a reason why we are online nowadays. You can also have a friend online, but then it remains online. So my online friends are my online friends, not my physical friends. So when I give you the love, I give you my online love. So that red button, if you get a heart, it means really I love you as an online friend. You are on that level now. You've elevated from a blue tick to a pink love to a red love, the heart. So when I see that such people who I give loves and give me loves and comment positively on my wall, that you can never even suspect anything from, that even if somebody tells you, oh, this girl you always give loves, you know that girl works for CIA in America and she doesn't want people to know. You know that girl is a lesbian. You know what? You are giving loves because of how you are reacting to one another, how you are communicating with one another on your wall, online. What life they are leading out there is not your problem. So when I see such a person that I've treasured and I've gone all the way from, on somebody else's wall somewhere who is talking ill about me, so when I see this girl again cheering that other person who hates me or who imagines things about me, I get disappointed. And without any ados, I block you. So I expect that when I block you, you also think to yourself. You think to yourself and ask yourself why she blocked me, and then deal with it. I mean, accept it. Because when I block you, it's like you have died. It's like rest in peace. And there's no way you're going to get out of the grave. There's no way. And like I was telling you, when I blocked so many people, such people, the other day when somebody was talking ill about me, when I blocked all those friends of mine that I saw on that post cheering, thinking I am not seeing, because the person told them on that show that she has blocked me. So I think these friends of mine thought, if she has blocked Terry, then of course Terry will not get to know what we have written here, because she will not be able to read. So now let's pour our souls. So we actually don't love her. Let's now pour how we always feel about her, how we are jealous of her and stuff. And so when I see those things on screenshots that I've sent to, actually you send me screenshots, I accept them, yes, but I send you also away. I block you after that. So I get time and say, let me just check WhatsApp, because for somebody to send me a screenshot, there must be something pressurizing in this screenshot. So I check. So when I see a name, I block. But then I noticed that God was like, you know what? You're doing right, because there are many many friends, many pure-hearted friends, many new friends, many new souls, many born babies waiting for you at the door with friend requests. So I blocked, I think, 255 all over people, but I gained triple the number of followers. Triple the number. Because that person that she was talking about me, people who didn't know me, who are only on the page, got curious. You know, we have curious people on Facebook. Not every follower who follows me because they love me or because they are my friends. No. In fact, on my friends list, I only know like a total of maybe 15 or 20 people out of the 5,000 friends and the 25,000 followers on Facebook, and those who just watch Nyamaji. I only know like a total of 15 personally. And they're spread around the world, including who are just among my family members. So don't think that if you see somebody that you don't like on my friends list or on my follower list, she's my friend. Or don't think that if I reply to somebody on my wall, then she's my buddy that I love most. She is my online friend because of the way she reacts to my posts. Because when you also do something like I do here on my platform, you expect people to also contribute and to be active. So I cannot leave an active person unappreciated because of you who is imagining things. There is a reason why somebody blocks somebody, or why people block me, or why I block people. So when you realize that you're blocked, chill. Maybe I've saved you from also some useless pressures. Just accept it and get new friends. In this journey also, we grow up with families. We are born into families and our grandmothers die. People leave as others join. Somebody is born, the other one dies. Somebody is born, the other one dies. So you can't expect us on Facebook, you move with one person, mpaka siku utakufa. It doesn't work like that. Because there are so many people on Facebook, the population is too gross. And there's a time when you need to replace the 5,000 friends. You have to block somebody or unfriend somebody and let the new souls that you don't know, that may be the ones who are going to add life to what you do, or to give you smiles that you lack. You have to give them space to come in. Close that door and let the other ones in. And let the other people who have also been sent out to accept and move on and get to their next doors. Because the chapter that they were in my book or in your book is over. We are moving to the next chapter. You cannot always agree with me. Sometimes I say things that you feel touched about. Sometimes you feel like this girl is talking about me, even if we don't know one another. Sometimes you feel like today she's talking for me on my behalf. I choose Luo songs mostly because I understand the words, and the wording is everything. When I understand the word, then you can see the reaction from my heart. Those who are here, God bless you. Those who give me a listening ear every time, those who support, I also love you and support you. Please, for now, it's a finished business.
Ikoni bedmos, baba losoni hoy ay. Ikoni bedmos, nabina bedmos, kick chuni doggy ay. Finally, Papa, you came through for me ay. Finally, Papa, you came through for me ay. Tony and Manadano, Iboka podo koki makobada, and Manadano, Makbana, tell now. Tell now, Baba, tell now. Tell now, Baba, tell now. Kalante tanga. Tell now, Baba, tell now. Ikiwa we akuri. Tell now, Baba, tell now. Tell now, Baba, tell now. Tell now, manadhano Niboka podho koki makobada And manadhano Makbada tala Tell na yo baba tell na yo Ine mimi hamichni Tell na yo baba tell na yo Kalanti tanga yo Tell na yo baba tell na yo Ikiwe wiya kudi Tell na yo baba tell na yo Tell na yo baba tell na yo Ine mimi hamichni Tell na yo baba tell na yo Kalanti tanga yo Tell na yo baba tell na yo Ikiwe wiya kudi Tell na yo baba tell na yo 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 Tell na yo Ngami mi hamichni Tell na yo baba tell na yo Kalati tang na yo Tell na yo Ikiwe wiya kudi Tell na yo baba tell na yo Tell na yo Ngami mi hamichni Tell na yo
Terry Nyangia. Bye guys, Nyangia cha.